All right, welcome back to Cold Ass Genesis Place here in Airdrie, Alberta. We are back for the provincial semi-final as Airdrie Sting take on the Edmonton something or others. Nobody actually knows what the hell they're called. Not sure that it really matters. Not to us, anyways. The Sting going undefeated through the round robin. Edmonton did drop a game, had to play a pretty long contested 2 extra quarter mini games yesterday in order to find themselves into a berth. They have been one of the better, stronger teams throughout the season, so it should be a good test for the Sting. The Sting, the home team with the advantage. Getting started here. Special teams may be the difference, tends to be the difference. If the special teams are on, the Sting do well. When the special teams suck nuts, they don't do as well. Edmonton coming in, they're going to fire a high pop fly over the net. Behind the net, they do pick up the rebound. They're going to circle over top. Coming in and around, good stick check by Sidney Thompson, but it's stick check directly into the Edmonton stick. They're going to come inside, outside. Thompson once again with the stick check. Centering pass to nobody on the goal mouth. They cannot stab the ring. However, Edmonton does get it back and gets a new shot clock. Sliding save by Veronica Simpson. And the Sting are going to give up possession as they went 4 in. A little miscommunication at the ringette line. Although the referee's talking, they're not sure they agreed that it was a 4 in. The lighting in here sucks ass today. I would apologize for the glare, but maybe somebody wants to call the city of Airdrie and tell them to clean that shit up. Get some dimmers out here. Edmonton circling around. They fake the drop pass. Nobody bit, and then they fire a low heater wide of the net. They do pick up their own rebound though, so the Stings haven't really had any possession to speak of so far. I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Maya Ovalduve with a nice box out. That one almost kicked in by Taylor, who was intercepting the pass, redirected it towards the net. Edmonton recovered once again. They're going to come in. They're going to fire a high piss missile over the middle of the net once again. Now, finally, Casabenda picks it up. She sends it up to Dottie. Dottie overskated it, couldn't stab the ring, and Edmonton just recovers one more time. Taylor's back to get the errant pass from the Edmonton defender. Dottie still having those struggles sticking the ring, and she gets knocked down, and now an Edmonton player just decides to run out of real estate with those bumper cars into the boards. Elsa Klosseroff gets the headman pass, finds Dottie. Dottie tried to loop it around cross-body, didn't miss by much on that. Elsa was able to pick it up. She leaves it for Greer. Greer coming over the top, drops it for Channing Perversa. Didn't have an angle, so kept it on the outside. She's going to come over top underneath, slides it towards the net. That one didn't miss by much. Greer on the shot clock reset, bounces off the goalie skate back to herself, comes over top. She's going to cut back center mass, fires it. That one hit the blocker and just trickled wide. Elsa and Channing are there, and we get another quick whistle on a contested possession, but the line of Greer, Channing, and Elsa dominating that shift, coming back in, and the referees are telling each other how nice they look this morning. That's fantastic. Keeping the morale up. Elsa's going to take the ring at center with Lila and Sturby on the back end. She's going to play it outside to Greer. Greer circles behind the net. Still can't find much. Drops it for Perversev. Perversev looks, cuts back. Rolls over top. She fakes the drop pass. They bite on it. She cuts into the middle, fires one. That one's going to hit the goalie. Greer is there to pick it up. They get a new clock and a new possession. This line is firing on all cylinders this morning. They're going to leave it for the in and out for Lila. Lila comes in, centering pass to Elsa. Elsa gets it shouldered. She looks at the ref, doesn't like that there's no call on that. Edmonton picks it back up. They're going to come back over top. Channing was there to try to break it up. Sturby gets it, gives it to Thompson. Thompson's got a lane. She's going to fire it into the off the crossbar on the second chance rebound after the blocked shot with the backhand. That one had a good chance. Pass is picked off by Skirby. He gives it to Jensen. Jensen slides it across for Thompson. She's got Cam on the outside. She's going to hold, waits for the shooting lane, can't find it, keeps it on her stick, circles back in, fires it to Cam at the net side. Cam trying with the quick stick, couldn't quite stab the ring. That was a good look. Good setup by the two. Jensen has the ring stolen away from her. Coming to the middle was Piper Emo. She couldn't stab it. Now Edmonton in on the fast break. They're going to fire it cross-body on Veronica Simpson, and they're going to get her sliding away from the shot and find the back of the net. Edmonton takes a quick 1-0 lead. 6:14 to go in the Inca Energy first quarter. Not quite the start, the Sting we're looking for. They find themselves down by one early. Isla Nash is going to get the pass from Maya Oveldove, the Colombian connection, and then the Cuban assassin gets popped and dropped and loses possession even for her troubles on the sidewall. So neutral zone possession for Edmonton. We put it off to the side, the Sting, and pulling the trap. Isla Nash is able to pick that one up, sends it to Casavenda. Casavenda gives it back to Nash. Nash looking for Casavenda. She's got Dottie on the downside. Dottie couldn't quite get to the net side pass. She does pick it up off the end wall, comes in over top, gets stick checked, does regain possession back. She's going to circle again. Still has time, running, moving, keeps running into traffic though. They're going to open up the ice. And that's going to bring up a goalie ring. Good defensive play by Edmonton. They're going to play it behind the net to the captain. She's going to come out and around. Edmonton still struggling to stick the ring. Isla Nash gets it. She's going to give it to Oveldove. Oveldove gets hooked and booked down. No call on the play. That one should have been a hooking or an interference at the very least. Edmonton playing the old northern dump and chase, but forgot to chase it. Oveldove has it. She's got to just throw it away. I'm not really sure what the plan was there. Greer came in with a nice stick check, gave it to Phillips. Phillips gets it dropped for Greer. Greer comes in and just misses the net. Greer through the crease. It wasn't touched and reset, so it goes back to the Edmonton goalie who's going to play it to the side. Greer is there looking for it, drops it back in, gets it to Perversev. Perversev comes in. She's going to fire it, just misses the net. Channing still has it, circling in and around, tries to thread it through to Elsa, gets kicked away by the defender. Perversev slid in the home plate, trying to take the passing attempt away. They had it for a moment. Now Edmonton comes back in. Thompson all over it. She gets the stick check, fires it ahead, was hoping Elsa would skate onto it, but the little miscommunication between the two. Edmonton's able to recover, brings it back up. Good stick block by Perversev. Elsa picks it up, still struggling to find the center of the ring. She now sticks the donut, tries to dump it back in. Nobody there. As Edmonton recovers and gets the regroup, they're going to fire a bounce pass long off the boards. Taylor's back to recover and looks to cut back inside. She's going to bounce it to Thompson. Thompson had to leave it for Jensen, and then Thompson gets hooked and hauled down. She still has it. Instead of calling the hooking penalty, they're just going to give a possession back to Edmonton. So I'm not really sure where the consistency lies between the referees we've had all weekend and these two, but they're allowing some of the tricky stick work into the hands and into the middle. I guess hooking is allowed today. Papenrath, Thompson, Jensen up front. They were the power line yesterday for the Sting. Have really been all weekend. Edmonton able to thread a needle, bring it through. They're going to cut inside, outside. The ring kind of dies before it gets to the net. It did have a bit of a hole. Didn't have the steam to get there. Good stick check by Thompson, but Edmonton able to keep it on. Quick stick shot from the outside. Didn't have the angle to the net. Thompson was able to recover it. She goes down to the knees, back up. Can't quite keep possession as Edmonton gets a new shot clock. We'll leave it on the half wall. Quick drop pass inside, has no room to get anywhere. They're going to just fire it into the corner. They do regain 13 seconds to go on the shot clock remaining. As Edmonton circles looking for a shooting lane. It's poked off the end of her stick by Lila, and now it gets pushed out through Dottie coming back, trying to chase that one down. She's able to get a bit of an angle, but the Sting is still struggling to get possession here. Edmonton with the centering pass, they're able to pick it up. That one was a contested ring, but nobody went to it for the Sting. Now Nine's going to come in. They fire a shot, easy sliding save for Veronica Simpson. They get a shot clock reset and a new possession as the Sting just don't seem to want to go to the ring. Quick shot goes through the crease. Didn't have an angle to the net, and it's picked up behind the net by Tayan. Tayan gets hauled down, and that one is finally going to be called. The first penalty and first power play of the game. As the worst power play in the province gets another chance to try to redeem itself. Elsa, Greer, and Channing coming on to take over for the power play. These three have been pretty good so far in this first quarter, still trailing 1-0. Elsa left the middle before she played the ring, so quick turnover, a bit of a mental error there by the Sting, losing their possession. But a crease violation by number 13 of Edmonton. She's not happy with the call, but another mental error just to give the possession right back to the Sting. Well, both teams with a little bit of brain farts here, just giving the ring possession right back and forth. Greer's going to play it out to Elsa. Elsa comes around behind the net. She's going to circle, lay in wait, finds a bit of a lane, fires it through, hits the water bottle. She makes no mistake as she roots it. We're back to a not enough game, one apiece. With 1:52 to go in your Ink Energy first quarter of the game. So the power play for the Sting, 1-for-1 to start it off. Not quite sure what the referees were discussing here. It seems pretty straightforward. Power play goal brings it back to even strength. Oh, there's going to be a slashing call against Edmonton after the fact, or maybe on the goal, on the shot. So that's going to wash out the first penalty, and the second penalty is still going to be observed. So the Sting are going to get another power play. With 1:49 remaining, Jensen fighting for. It was a good job to get possession back. It's going to be a neutral zone possession for the Sting. Trying to keep this one rolling on the power play. Piper and Isla, not sure who wants to take the center ring. Piper gets it. She's going to play it across to Isla. Isla couldn't stick the ring. Looked like a bit of a miscommunication from the get-go. Piper's just going to fire that one forward. She gets it back. She's going to drop interference on Paige Jensen, so we're going to go 4-on-4. That was a softer than baby shit call if I've ever seen one. Perhaps an even up call as the Edmonton coaches were bitching and moaning about the slashing penalty. Maybe swayed the referees a little bit back. And Cameron Poffenroth and Sidney Thompson out on the 4-on-4 with Taylor and MOD. Edmonton's going to play it to the half wall and drops it to the side of the net. That one a quick sneaky shot. They thought they could catch Simpson sleeping, but she was all over it. Taylor gets it. She's going to center it up to Thompson. Thompson couldn't stick the ring, but Taylor was able to recover. Trying to thread the needle through defenders. I think these passes need to stop. And passing attempts. Once again, another centering pass to nobody. Gets turned over into the neutral zone. Edmonton picks it back up, comes back in. MOD with a good stretch save, tried to poke it away, couldn't quite grab it. Did break up the fast break, though. Thompson gets her stick down, leaves it for Taylor. She gets it stripped away. She's going to play good body position on the boards. Thompson comes in, tries to help out. She gets tripped up in the neutral zone. Edmonton's able to connect. They're going to bring it in on the fast break. Cut inside, outside, sliding save by Simpson. She stayed with the shooter the whole way. They do regain it. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Quick drop pass over top. Long outside shot. Pinballs its way through. Can't find the net. That's played up to Perversev. Avery Phillips was able to pick that one up. She's going to slide it ahead to Dottie. Dottie comes in. She takes the high flip shot over the net. Phillips is there, and that's going to do it for your Inc. Energy first quarter. All knotted up at once. Bit of a sloppy first quarter for the Sting, but they were able to weather the storm on the quick power play goal by Elsa Clausen-Roth to keep this one even Steven.
Dad, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab water.
Once again, this intermission, the first intermission of the Alberta Provincial semifinal games, brought to you by the Pest Control Guy. For all your pest control needs in the greater Calgary area, look no further than the Pest Control Guy. Give him a call. It is rodent season. We're going to have a ton of mice and voles, skunks, gophers, you name it. The Pest Control has you covered, and if you're lucky, you might just get an Airdrie Sting coach coming out to help you out. Once again, thanks to the Pest Control Guy for all they do for Airdrie Youth Sports and Airdrie Ringette. So we're going to have 4-on-4 action for 8 seconds. A back-end power play coming up to Edmonton for 28 seconds. Start the second quarter. Edmonton had a little bit of a malfunction at the junction, forgot that they'd switched ends and it was going to be a Sting possession to start. So Lila's going to play it across to Skirby. Skirby fires it down, was looking for Casavendo, who struggled to stick the ring on the bounce pass. That's a turnover, and Edmonton's going to bring it back up. Edmonton now on the power play for 15 seconds. They're going to head man it. They got a good zone entry coming in here. Lila able to box out. She tries to reach in to get the ring. Unfortunately, gets the can opener between the legs of the Edmonton forward. And she's going to pick up a tripping penalty. So we're going to go 5-on-3, 3-on-2 below the ringette line for 8 seconds before Paige Jensen gets bailed out of the penalty box, and then we're going to have a back-end power play for 2 minutes. That'll be 150, I guess, 152 for Edmonton. Quick backside pass, fooled even her receiver. Penalty clock, all kinds of job. Nobody seems to know what the hell's going on. Might be a bit of a hardware issue here at Genesis Place. The referees are going to see, I think once the first penalty expires, it'll probably fix up the second penalty, but two seconds had come off of the penalty. It'd be pretty easy to fix it. Not really sure what the safety meeting's for.
Get the daylight saving time discount on the second penalty.
Exactly. It's a shitty call anyways. Perhaps the clock personnel are frantically trying to fix their mistake. Each team getting a bit of a free timeout here while the referees figure out what they're going to do. Time should come up at 1:58 and leave with 6 seconds to go, but math is hard. Still 1-1. They're gonna just assume that the clock will fix itself. I think it's a safe assumption to make. It's been doing this all weekend. If not, they know what time the penalties are to be released at, so they can probably figure it out. We'll come back and let the referees know what their plan of action is here. What? What?
Nothing.
What's taking so long?
Is Ronan watching right now? Probably not. I don't know. Ask your mom. I'm out making decisions today. I don't know what time we'll play at next. It probably depends on when they're released.
1:45.
Oh.
What? Oh, no.
Let's hope we can figure this one out and get our poop in a group here. Get the show on the road, if you will. It's not that deep to figure out what time they went in and just what time on the main clock to release them at. I think Nassau spent less time on the Challenger launch pad than we have on this penalty clock. Jesus Christ. All right, they've maybe got a plan of action here. We've said it before, but I feel pretty confident they're just going to let it roll. The centering pass comes out. Sturby's there to take that one away. Long outside shot. Slotty save for Veronica Simpson. The first penalty has now expired, and just as we thought, the clock did fix itself. Thompson comes off the bench, gets the pass. She's going to fire it up. Elsa lets it come off the boards, picks it up. A little bit of time to rag off the clock. No rush here. Isla Nash is going to go for a change on the back end. This one gets played down into Sturby. Sturby at the net side. We still got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lots of time to kill off. They're going to try and bounce this one off the goalie for a reset. It dies in the crease. She's going to play it across. Brings it up. Centering pass by Edmonton. Cannot connect. Greer was there, but couldn't keep it on her stick because she was heavily watched and checked. Thompson now reaching in, trying to push it over. It's a drop pass. Greer is able to pick that one up. She sends it back to Thompson. Thompson going to come in on the outside. She fires the low heat off of the pad of the goalie, and it's picked up in the corner by Greer. Still 50 seconds to go on the penalty. Would like to see the Sting keep it off. For Christ's sakes. We're going to pick up another tripping call. We're going to go 5-on-3 for 47 seconds. And do you think that perhaps a little clock management, especially on the penalty kill, is in order for the Sting? We got another malfunction on the clock. We'll see if they ignore it and realize it will fix itself when 2 penalties are up, or if we're going to get another 10-minute timeout. So 5-on-3 for 47 seconds. Edmonton with the centering pass. They're going to send it to the net side. Veronica Simpson with the sprawling save. They're going to get back up. She slides across. makes another big save. Now it's a centered pass to the top. Nobody there for Edmonton. They're going to send it back to the side. Now comes back inside, outside. They're going to look, fires it. Isla Nash was able to get in the shooting lane and block that one, but Edmonton does recover, gets a new shot clock, goes net side. Tried to sneak one through Veronica Simpson. It wasn't there. Played inside, 15 seconds to go on the first penalty. Isla Nash is there, waiting, looking. Edmonton does recover. They got 10 seconds on the two-man advantage left. Looking to come inside. They're going to fire one in. Keeps it aside. They're going to play it outside now. We got a minute 10 in the 5-on-4, so we got 3 defenders back inside the zone. Watched and waiting. Edmonton comes in. They're going to slide one to the side of the net. They do pick it up. That should not have reset the shot clock as it hit the outside of the net, but the referees gave it to them anyways. Centering pass goes off the stick of Veronica Simpson. Channing came down. I think there's more of a lost edge. There was some contact, so could have been made. The outside shot hits the outside of the net. They reset the shot once again, even though it was on the backside of the net. It's a little shot clock reset happy here. I don't like it. Isla Nash is able to pick up the iron ring. She's going to send it down the ice, and the two-line pass does get the change they were looking for as Taylor and Sturby come out. Hoffenroth got in the lane there, kicked the pass away, and it's picked back up by Sturby. Sturby's going to find Hoffenroth, who gets dropped, and there's no call on that on the blindside chop block. Edmonton gets away with another one, and they're going to bring it up on a fast break through the neutral zone, stretch the ice, coming across. Don't look, wait, that one missed the net. Had a good look. All Swedish, no finish, though, and then another sliding save by Veronica Simpson. It's in the goal mouth. Hoffenroth's able to pick it up. She tries to headman it to Elsa. It was just a little bit out of her grasp. Edmonton picks it up, comes back inside. Taylor, good job playing body position, taking their shooting lane away, so they couldn't really turn that into much, but they are able to come over top, sliding save by Veronica Simpson once again. It's batted out to the blue line, but they can't clear the zone or get possession. Edmonton all over them right now. The penalty has expired, so we're back to 5-on-5. Centering pass comes across. That one missed the net and had a bit of a chance, but Edmonton just unable to find the net with their shots at this point. Also with good body position. She was looking up, thought maybe she was going to get a penalty. A high fly ball into right field. Comes across, centering pass is missed. Once again, shot clock should expire here. It does. Is the Sting struggling to gain possession. Veronica Simpson did a great job bailing them out and keeping them in this one. Hand pass to Sturby. Sturby's going to fire it up into center ice. Was hoping to get Dottie on that one, but it was just outside of reach. Now Thompson picks it up in the center. She's going to headman it to Casavenda. Casavenda runs into some traffic and can't quite gain possession back. Now Dottie's all over it. She's able to kick the ring away, gets a new possession, goes cross ice on the saucer pass. That one was just outside of the reach of Thompson. Thompson with a good body pick leaves it for Dottie. Dottie comes inside, outside. She's going to drag across. It goes short side, top shelf over the sprawling goalie to find the back of the net. And give the Sting their first lead of the game. So one quick mental error, a good body position, box out, drop pass by Thompson to Dottie. She makes no mistake going short side high as she dragged across the middle and roofed it on the Edmonton goalie to give the Sting a 2-1 lead with 4:45 remaining in the Inked Energy second quarter. Edmonton back with possession. They're looping around. They try to go net side. That one's kicked away by Simpson, and then the rebound easily corralled in by Simpson. She's going to hand pass it up, looking for Tayan. She finds Tayan's stick. Tayan brings it up to Greer. Greer had no problem sticking that one. She's going to fire it into the corner. It's a bit of a race for the ring. Jensen was there trying to find it, but couldn't get it, and that is going to be another body checking penalty coming up. I didn't quite see who took it down. It might be Jensen going back to the sin bin for the second time as she just got a little over aggressive on the forecheck. Edmonton controlling. They've pulled the goalie. They're going to be able to go 4 in with the extra attacker now. Greer is able to get the possession. It's going to be a roughing call coming up to, oh, it was Greer. I thought it was Jensen. Either way, result is the same. Edmonton's going back on the power play. The Sting have got to get a little bit more disciplined on the aggressive forecheck. So out to kill the penalty is Piper, Elsa, and Channing. Edmonton's just going to fire a high pop fly into center field. They're going to pick it up, come back in, then cut over top. They're going to fire another piss missile over the net through the uprights for our 5th field goal of the game. We do get it back, and then they're going to fire it through the uprights once again. Maybe need to get a little more flex on that stick, as they just can't seem to keep the ring in the play zone area. Now they come back inside. Big save by Veronica Simpson. She's able to keep that one in her crease. She's going to hand pass it up, looking for Channing. Channing was in a snowstorm of white Edmonton players, and they're going to cut inside, take the shot. They're going to find a hole at Veronica Simpson. We're nodding back up at 2. The Sting just seemed to be lacking a little pep in their step this morning. Can't stay out of the penalty box. We have 3:20 to go in this. Your Inc. Energy, the second quarter of the game, knotted up at 2s. Quick reset here for the Sting, hoping to turn the tides a little bit. Pass was broken up. Veronica Simpson picks it up. She's going to leave it for Taylor. Taylor looking, waiting, has his stick checked off of her. A little Edmonton on Edmonton violence here, but they were able to get it back. Taylor with a nice stick check, couldn't quite knock the ring off. Now it comes centering into the middle for Edmonton. Edmonton circling, waiting, watched. Quick cross-ice pass, they can't get it. Taylor left it to Thompson. Thompson was able to bring it back up. She's going to string it up to Dottie. Dottie's still struggling to stick the ring. That is not a penalty. They're going to pick up the roughing call. I'm not sure if it's coming to Dottie or yes, it is. That looked more like the Edmonton girl just kind of lost her edge and fell into the boards in a bad spot, but the referees continue the parade to the box against the Sting as we're going to go back to the penalty kill with Poppenroth, Thompson, Lila, and Sturby out. You can see the frustration on the Sting faces here with the calls. Long shot, that one had a chance. Kind of pinballed its way away from the crease out of the danger zone, and then it was a crease violation by Edmonton. So Veronica Simpson's going to pick this one up. She's going to leave it in behind the net for Lila. Lila gets bumped. It's pushed off. She gets body checked off. Same call against. It's ignored by the referees this time for Edmonton. Sturby was able to break up the centering pass. She's going to slide it up. Was looking for Poffenrath. Thompson comes in. It gets brought over the line. Thompson's able to pick this one back up. She's going to fire it cross body. Big save by the Edmonton goalie. He's able to push it into the corner. Now Poffenrath and Thompson fighting for it in the corner with Edmonton. I think they're going to give the possession back to the Sting on the offensive possession. Elsa and Casavenda coming out to take over the penalty kill. 1:25 remaining in the penalty to the Sting. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Still knotted up at 2 as Casavenda gets it from Elsa on the sidewall. Leaves it back to Elsa. She's going to circle. Be a good time to just rag this one away and keep possession. They try to go cross ice and lose it. And Edmonton comes up on the fast break. They've got an edge and a lane. It's a breakaway, and they fire it over the net once again with the backhand pitchfork. They do regain possession. Somehow got a new shot clock reset on that, which shouldn't have happened. Either way, it doesn't really matter because they're able to find the outside of the net, and they regain their 1-goal lead on the power play. It is now 3-2 with 1:33 remaining in the first half. The Sting are going to have to clean up the sloppy play they have going on and stay out of the box. They're going to get back into this and find themselves with a gold medal berth. So Tayan's going to start with it. She gives it to Emo. Emo fires it ahead to Thompson. She's able to pick that one up off her heels. She's going to cut in over top. Goes net side. Was looking for Jensen. Jensen wasn't able to stab it, but gets it back. She's going to circle around. Comes through the middle, still has it. Tries to go net side to Thompson. Thompson has to leave it. Picks it up in the corner. She takes the outside reset shot. gets it back. She's going to come in, loops around, is waiting, looking, comes over top, gives it to the side of the net to Jensen, who tried to sneak one through, wasn't able to get it. Thompson there to force the cross-ice pass. It goes D to D, and Edmonton has it, coming back up, looking up ice, gets stick checked by Jensen. Phillips was there. She forces the turnover at the blue line to get a Sting possession back into the offensive zone with 48.5 seconds to go in the Ink Energy second quarter. Elsa plays it to Perversev on the half wall. She's going to come inside. How you doing? Picked up at the line is Isla. She goes head first into the boards, and it's going to bring up a goalie ring. And pass out to the sidewall. They can't quite stab it. They do pick it back up. Isla comes in. She loses her heels, and then shoulder check in the middle was Elsa. So more inconsistent calls from the referees continue on, giving Edmonton a lot of leeway. Call it very tight against the Sting. MOD picks it up on the sidewall. She gets ridden out hard on the boards, and it's picked up behind the net by Isla. And now she's going to play it across to MOD, who threads the needle through the middle. Everybody overstates it. And Greer gets the shot off as time expires. And this, your Ink Energy first half of the game. We're going to go silent for a moment and collect our thoughts. So intermission, silver horn sounds. We're going to come back for your Ink Energy second half of the game. The Sting trailing 3-2. They really have not played very well so far. It's not the team we're used to seeing. So they got 20 minutes to pick it up. Good news is it's only a one-goal deficit. We've been here before and been able to play our way through. So let's hope Nemo and Jerry and the rest of the Sting coaching staff have rallied the troops and got their heads on straight for this second half. Passing attempt was broken up by Thompson. They weren't able to get it back in. Sprawled out. Veronica Simpson bailed out a little bit by her defenseman there as the shot was missed the net and batted away. Edmonton still with firm possession inside. Long outside shot, pad saved by Veronica Simpson, who's back into the corner. They do get a shot clock reset. They're going to come in. Good block shot by Taylor. Thompson's there to help Taylor out. Taylor runs into a little bit of traffic, and it's going to be a crease violation. I didn't see who it was against. It looks like it's going to be against the Sting, so Edmonton's going to get an offensive possession. The Sting are going to take the opportunity to get a line change. Greer, Elsa, and Channing Perversev have been the strongest line so far for the Sting. They're going to fire another one over the net into the corner. Skirby couldn't quite find it. Big schmozzle. Now she does come out with it. Just Perversev looping through the middle. Perversev was watched heavily by the activating defenseman. I think it's going to be a penalty coming up to Edmonton. It is. So, bit of a good fortune here for the Airdrie Sting, who are 1 for 2 on the power play so far today, with Perversev, Greer, and Elsa. Elsa being the power play goal scorer. So it's the lineup that we want right now with the opportunity we need. 9:08 remaining in the third quarter. The Sting finally get call going their way. Elsa's going to start in the middle with the ring. She looks, threads the needle through to Perversev, who makes no mistake. Going cross body, corner off the post and in, fooled the Edmonton goalie, who didn't get down and take the lane away. Got this one in, and we are back, knotted up at 3. TSN turning point right there, hopefully for the Sting, as we're back to even Steven on a quick power play goal. Up the quick stick, nice pass by Elsa to get it through 3 defenders to the other side of the net. I don't think the goalie thought the ring was going to get through on that pass. Left the hole open, and Perversev made no mistake burying that one. Now it's a missed pass opportunity. Greer gets the headman. She's going to come in, tries to go 5-hole. This time the goalie didn't get down and slide away. It's going to be a crease violation against Edmonton and a new offensive possession as Thompson, Dottie, and Casavenda come onto the ice. We are back to 5-on-5. Dottie's going to take center. She's going to play it across for City. City couldn't quite stick the ring. I'm not sure I liked the setup on that, as there was a heavy traffic through the middle. Veronica Simpson with the sliding save. That was a good look by the Edmonton forward. Thompson gets bodied up at the blue line. Contested ring. We'll see who they give possession to. They're going to give possession back to the Sting on that one. So a neutral zone possession reset here for the Sting. Isla Nash is going to start with it. Thompson, Casavenda, and Dottie remain on the ice for the Sting. She's going to play it across to Piper. Piper's a little late getting there. She is able to get it up. Casavenda unable to stick the pass up on the boards. Good stick check by Dottie. Edmonton does recover, and they're going to play it out into the middle. Cross ice pass off the boards, picked up by Thompson. Thompson tried to slide it up to Casavenda on the 2-line pass. It comes in, gets touched. It's another turnover and another ping pong play back into center ice. Isla Nash had to get rid of that one as she lost her edges and came down. And it's a missed passing attempt on the breakaway for Edmonton. Isla Nash picks it up in the corner. She's going to cut back inside. Still has it on her stick. She plays it cross ice. Was looking for Elsa. Once again, the Sting still struggling to stab the ring. Oh, the Edmonton girl just loses her edges and goes in. Feet first to the boards. They are able to recover and keep possession. Now coming in over top, low cut lane. Can't find a shooting lane. She's going to elect to keep it on her stick. Comes back out over top. We have more Airdrie Sting players falling down, and then shot comes through. It looked like it was going to be stopped and somehow found a hole in the back of the net. Just like that, Edmonton back up 4-3. It's a 1-goal game with 7:20 remaining in the Ink Energy third quarter. Edmonton looking very poised and relaxed, answering back really quickly against the Sting, whose stabbing continues to be a struggle. So MOD is going to start at center ice. She's going to fire that one through. Is looking for Thompson. Thompson was able to bring it back. She gets a stick checked off of her stick. Is able to recover, gets it back. Circling, coming in, being watched heavily. She uses the referee as a pick. Tries to go backhand. That one didn't miss by much. But Edmonton does recover, goes into the corner, and now they're coming back out, watched by Jensen, looking for the stick check. They're able to thread the needle through the middle, and now they've got it down outside. Wide lane drive coming in, goes cross body, misses the net. but it is recovered by Edmonton. Quick drop pass to the top of the circle. They're going to slide that one out. Veronica Simpson flashes the pad. He's looking for someone to give it to. That was a pretty quick 5-second count. Really only had 3 seconds ticked off of the clock, so not sure why the referees are so whistle happy on these. Unless she maybe left the crease and re-entered, that might be the problem. So Edmonton controlling off the half wall, circling behind the net, coming around. It's batted away. Thompson somehow comes up with it. She's going to head man it to Greer. Greer back to Thompson. Thompson splits the V, fires one. Big save by Edmonton. Thompson's able to regain it. She still has it, takes the shot, narrowly misses. Hoffenhoff's going to pick it up in the corner. She's able to slide that one through. Comes inside, it's getting heavily pressed. Still has it, cuts middle, has it through, tries to slide it through. It's a big glove save by the Edmonton goalie, and then a crease violation that's going to bring up a offensive reset in possession for the Sting. Elsa Clausen-Roth is going to come into the center circle to pick that one up. 6 minutes remaining. Elsa takes the long shot, goes right into the chest of the defender. It wasn't a bad look. She gets swam through, and now it's going to be another pretty quick whistle. This time, advantage going back to the Sting on the quick whistle, so at least they're consistent on the 3-second count, calling it 5. Elsa's going to bring this one back in. She tries to thread a needle through to Dottie. It's kicked away by the Edmonton defender. Dottie tries to keep it on her stick. She's able to come in, was looking to center it to Elsa. Elsa was able to regain possession, although not able to get a shooting lane off it. She circles around behind the net. Coming through, drops it for Dottie. Dottie going to cut middle, comes over top, takes a shot. That one kind of batted away and just trickles its way into the crease. Hand pass to the corner. Edmonton makes no mistake. They're able to get that one up. She does stab the ring on the second attempt through the middle, and then Aaron pass cross ice goes straight to Sturby. Sturby's going to bounce this one off the boards to Elsa. Elsa's able to pick it up. She gives it to Sturby, who cuts inside, still has it, goes backside net to Perversa, who just couldn't quite find the net on the angle. It is picked up by Sturby on the half wall. She very strong, centering pass to Perversa. That one was on her backhand. Unfortunately, had to pull it forehand to get the shot off. Gave the goalie time to make the save. Still fighting for it is Perversa. She's like a dog on a bone on that. In the corner, they're all tiled up. Edmonton now getting it, watched by Dottie. They're able to buy some time and make the breakout pass through the middle. Edmonton pressing, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Missed opportunity for Thompson to steal the bad drop pass. Now it comes in, and Veronica Simpson able to corral that one in with the paddle of her stick. She's going to play it in the corner, was looking for the defender who couldn't quite stick the ring. Edmonton gets another possession. Thompson with the good stick check knocked it away. Casavenda couldn't quite reach the other ring. Edmonton recovers. It's still circling and coming in. We are still 4-3, 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Edmonton cutting over top. They're going to go net side, come back inside, and then... Holy shit, I don't know how that one didn't go in. It must have went crossbar out. Edmonton thought they had scored. They didn't, and then missed the open net as they were busy celebrating the save. Lilo with the interception on the side. She's able to play it up to Elsa. Elsa still fishing for it in her feet. She gets pressed along the boards. Edmonton comes out with it. It's knocked away for a moment. Still reaching in is Casavenda with the good stick check. Nobody able to get possession on this, and now it's going to be a quick reset for advantage coming back to the Sting at center ice. So we got a little bit of ring luck on that. I'm still not sure that wasn't a goal, but we'll take it. Isla Nash take the center ring. She plays it ahead for Phillips. Phillips made no mistake stabbing that one. She's got it coming in, heavily watched once again. Paige Jensen has it in the corner with Phillips. She's got Elsa in the center. Paige still looking for a passing lane, threads it through the middle. Nobody able to stick the ring, or either team still fighting for it. Elsa was all over that. It's able to regain possession and a new shot clock. She comes inside, gets a bit of a whack on the hands. No call on it. Avery gets hauled down, and that. Oh, there is going to be an interference call, which probably should have been a slashing call, but either way, the result is the same. Thompson, Poffenroth, and Jensen come out for the Sting power play. Trailing 4-3, getting a bit of a opportunity here. Look for Thompson to play it to Poffenroth on the side. They've got a bit of a wall sitting in front of the net, so there's not going to be much of a shot opportunity here. They play it to the wall to Poffenroth. Poffenroth comes around, centers it to Thompson. Thompson couldn't quite get the quick stick shot off. Good play by Jensen to keep that ring alive. Thompson gets tackled from behind. No call on the play. And goalie ring coming up as Jensen was fighting for it with the defender and couldn't quite get firm possession. And past them, they got thrown into the back of their own net. They're going to cut up through the middle. It was watched by Poffenroth. They were able to get this one through. Quick fast break, kicked ahead to her own stick as Edmonton has this one. Thompson comes in, kicks that one away. She runs into some traffic, gets pressed out, now gets tackled once again. And there's going to be a call coming up against, I think it's Edmonton. It should be Edmonton. No, Thompson's getting the penalty. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, good. Yeah, it's not Thompson. I was like, what in the hell is going on right now? Maybe Thompson had a bit of a guilty conscience on that play. But we're going to get a two-man advantage for Elsa Greer, MOD, and Sturby. Big opportunity here, 3-on-2 in the offensive zone for the Sting. MOD gets it. She's going to send it down to Greer. Greer back up to the top to Elsa. Elsa back to MOD. MOD to the net side to Greer. She couldn't quite get her stick on it. It's going to be a goalie ring on the crease violation. I do think the Sting need to spread themselves out on that 3-on-2 low. They're kind of making it easy to defend. The hand pass goes over the blue line, but can't quite control in. The Edmonton coach is not happy with the call by the referees, but we are going to get an offensive reset. We are 5-on-3, 3-on-2 below the ringette line in the offensive zone for a minute. The back end power play opportunity for 1:40. Captain's asking about the call. I guess got the explanation. She was looking for a wanted. And Elsa is going to start this one out. They go low to Greer. Greer back to Elsa. Elsa was looking for a low MOD. They couldn't quite get it. They do regain it. MOD comes over top, gives it to Greer. Greer tries to fish it through over the shoulder. Can't quite get it. Feel like the goalie pulled that one back in. Probably should have been was that hand pass knocked down by Elsa. Elsa drops it back to MOD. MOD comes in. She looks, fires it just a bit high. Greer watching, waiting, trying to pull that one back in. They can't quite get possession. Edmonton able to... Shit, that's not a penalty. It didn't touch anybody.
Slash in the face. Did you see that?
It didn't hit her. It was up. But...
Oh, God. Okay.
So how's...
Dad, I'm going to go watch it.
Greer getting the slashing call. So 4-on-3 for 22 seconds, 4-on-4 for about 40 seconds. And then a back-end power play coming up to Edmonton. We got 1:27 remaining in the third quarter, and the Sting still trailing 4-3 and just can't seem to get out of their own way right now as Edmonton keeps on rolling. Thompson watching, waiting, trying to bring this one off. It's good rag time for Edmonton, who are going to kill the advantage. 5 seconds to go. She's got some good speeds just circling around. And now we're back to 4-on-4 as the penalty expires. Thompson with the stick check. Coming back in, and it's a big push against everybody here. It's going to be a goalie ring. Veronica Simpson plays it behind the net to, that's Lila. Lila threads it up to Perversev. Perversev through the neutral zone. She fires it ahead. Was looking for Thompson. Was picked off, but the defender fell. Perversev gets her own pass back. Cuts inside. She's going to go behind the net. Still 4-on-4 for 12 seconds. Centering pass gets through. Finds Popperov. Popperov with the backhand attempt. It gets knocked away by the goalie. Coming inside was Piper. Activated off to keep that one low. Perversev caught an edge. Fell down. Now we're back into 5-on-4 with the power play upcoming. For Edmonton, they get a bit of a fast break, fire it over the net and wide. It's picked up in the corner by Lila. Lila has a bit of a lane. She's going to play it out to Dottie. Dottie sticks to the ring, gets it through, tries to fire it up. It sneaks through. Elsa's got it. She fires the backhand shot, but it's saved by the Edmonton goalie. And pass comes out. It's picked up by Piper, and it's going to be another goalie ring, as I think they think she maybe violated the blue line a little bit there. 33 seconds to go, and that's going to do it. For your Ink Energy third quarter of the game, the Sting is still trailing 4-3 with 10 minutes to go in this. Your provincial semifinal game, so the Sting have got to get their shit together. Still a one-goal game hanging in there. Still lots of game to play and lots of time for the Sting to pull up their socks, or for the Edmonton, as my old buddy Jeff Mitten says, pull their socks down. Edmonton is going to start on the power play with 33 seconds to go. The Sting will start the period with the possession. Once again, this intermission brought to you by Muscle Check. MuscleCheck.ca/Ronan Thompson for all your Muscle Check needs. Whether you're an old coot getting off the couch for the first time in a while, getting ready to do some gardening this spring, or if you're an elite athlete looking to stay in the game for that one last push, Muscle Check has got you covered. It'll keep you moving and grooving like Leisure Suit Larry in a 1972 Saturday night. It'll take you from Bruno Sammartino to Tony Monero, dancing on the dance floor for all your aches and pains and needs. Muscle Check has got you covered. MuscleCheck.ca/Ronan Thompson. Order today. So your Ink Energy fourth quarter kicks off with a turnover in the neutral zone by the Sting. Edmonton continues their press. Thompson's able to pick up the air and pass and intercept it. She headmans it to Casavenda, whose stabbing woes continue, unfortunately. Thompson's able to pick up the loose ring. She comes in, she gets dropped passes it for Isla Nash, who activates in off the line. Drop pass back to Casavenda, finds Thompson at the side of the net. That one's steered away, and they're going to say crease violation coming up. It's a goalie ring. It's good press, good offensive chance and look by the Sting. Showing a little bit of life here on this one. I think the Sting are probably going to shorten the bench to try to stay alive here. Perversev picks it up at the line. She drags it to Casavenda, who couldn't quite get it over the line before having to stab and drags it through. So that's going to be a neutral zone turnover and possession reset for Edmonton. Avery Phillips, Paige Jensen, and Elsa Clausen-Roth up front for the Sting. MOD and Taylor on the backside. Edmonton's going to dump it into the corner and pick up possession. They're coming over top. Backside pass is there. It's batted away. And Veronica Simpson makes the sliding save at the net side. Can't quite find it. She now does. Plays it to Taylor behind the net. Taylor comes up. It's knocked off her stick, but she does regain it for the moment. Headmans it to Jensen. Jensen to Phillips. Phillips drops it for Jensen. Jensen now with firm possession. 12 seconds. Lots of shot clock remaining. She's going to cut over top. Was looking to thread the needle to Elsa Clausen-Roth. Couldn't quite find it. Edmonton loses the heels. It's picked up by Elsa, who gets a new clock. She flips one at the net, trying to catch the goalie sleeping, but goalie was able to keep that one in. High hand pass comes outside to the half wall. Edmonton able to regain possession. They're going to regroup back behind their net, watched by Jensen. They're able to find the neutral zone, make the pass. Now they're going to get a good zone entry coming in. They're going to cut in over top. Good stick check by MOD, and a sprawling Simpson was able to keep that one out. She's going to hand pass it up to Klossenroth. Klossenroth off the boards to Thompson. Thompson beats her check. Centering pass up was looking for Poffenroth. That wasn't Poffenroth. I don't know who the hell that was. Oh, that was Poffenroth. Poffenroth picks it up in the corner, overskates it just a little bit, got caught up in some snow. Thompson gets in the corner, back to Poffenroth. Poffenroth cross to Dottie. Dottie with the shot. That one's saved by a sprawling Edmonton goalie. It's just flipped away and turned over. New shot clock for Dottie. Dottie comes inside. She gets her pocket picked. Klossenroth comes in, is able to keep the ring alive, gets it back to herself, comes behind the nets, looking through. Backside pass to Thompson, but they're going to say crease violation as Thompson took the quick stick shot. It was saved by the goalie. Hand pass knocked away, but picked up by Edmonton. They're going to lose it for the moment on the boards, regain it back. Dottie watching Poffenroth in to try to loop that one away. It's picked up in the neutral zone and now picked off by Poffenroth, who leaves it for Lila.
Love to breathe easy now.
Dottie picks it up in center ice. She's still looking, fishing for it. Can't quite find it. Edmonton recovers. They're going to come inside, look for a zone entry here. Can't quite get it now. Dude comes over top, 1-on-3. She's able to outweight, but flips a piss poor shot at Veronica Simpson. Makes the easy save. She hand passes it out. Dottie gets dropped once again. No call on the play. They're going to come inside. Big toe save by Veronica Simpson. Lila couldn't quite get it. She gets bodied in the corner. No call once again. Edmonton picks it back up. Quick drop pass to the dot. Circling, waiting, trying to find the lane. They do find it. It's a big sprawling save by Veronica Simpson once again. She plays it out. Sturvey was skating the wrong way. She's able to cut back, gets it. She's got two men on. It still has it. That's another quick whistle. And possession change given an advantage back to Edmonton.
At least they're not deciding.
I don't like the quick whistles that are coming out here, especially when there's still firm possession and it's not contested. The referees don't ask my opinion. Sometimes I think they should. Played to the half wall by Edmonton. They're going to stretch the ice back to the other wall. They can't quite find it. Now she does. She's going to come around. Still 4-3, 6 minutes remaining in the game. Poffenroth watching, waiting. Thompson coming in, looking, pressing. Good stick check by Thompson. Comes out, played to Greer. Greer couldn't quite get it. She does regain it, sends Thompson in on the breakaway. Thompson couldn't quite get a shooting lane. Kept it, came back in, gets a shot clock reset, picks it up in the corner. She threads the needle across to Greer, who gets a good quick stick shot away, but it's batted away by the goalie. He's still fighting for it as there's no possession behind the net. Thompson comes out with it. She's going to come over top. It's getting pushed off inside. Finds Greer at the net side, and Greer is able to thread the needle. She found a hole with no angle. The ball just entwined to knock this one back up 4-4 for the Sting, just refusing to go away. Keeping themselves alive into this one off of the quick stick of Greer. Good heads up pass by City Thompson. And we are back in the game with 5:16 remaining in your Ink Energy fourth quarter of this highly contested semifinal game at the Alberta Provincials. So Edmonton's going to look to stretch the ice. They're able to get a good zone entry here with some speed coming around. Isla Nash watching her check. Quick cross ice pass to Captain Whitecage. She's going to come across. She fires a high errant shot into no man's land as MOD gets body checked in the corner and they get possession back to Edmonton. Nobody can understand these referee whistles here. I think even the other referee was a little bit confused by that call, which is why she's coming over and saying, hey, you totally blew that one. You beat the shit out of the call. Let's let them play. Edmonton fakes the shot, goes back to the half wall. They're going to circle down behind the net. Watched by Elsa and Isla. Quick outside shot comes in over top. It's knocked away by Isla. Isla does get it. She's going to play it up to Jensen, who was watched pretty heavily. Edmonton able to pick up the neutral zone turnover. Watched by Casabenda. She gets her feet in the way. Isla's able to knock it up to herself. She tries to play it over. She gets pushed down from behind, and that is going to be a penalty upcoming against Edmonton. So a power play opportunity for the Sting. Power play has been so far today. Better than in the past, but not quite up to the level we're looking at. They're going to get an opportunity here to turn the tides and redeem themselves, as it's Thompson, Poffenroth, and Greer. Thompson flips a little fly ball over the net to Poffenroth. Poffenroth runs into some traffic, and Edmonton's just going to fire this one down the ice on the two-line pass. Taylor's going to come in. She overskates it, but touched it, so it's a live. It was a live ring. I think a little bit of a brain fart there by the Edmonton player who didn't know it had been touched. Poffenroth tried to get it to Phillips. Phillips overskated it. Edmonton regains in the neutral zone. They're able to get his own entry here on the power play. For some reason, the penalty clock hasn't started. Super odd. So we have no idea how much time's left on the power play. That one's going to come in. They're going to fish it through. And it's 5-4 as Edmonton with the short-handed goal with 3:45 remaining. Got Veronica Simpson stretched out. Nobody there to pick up the rebound. Once again, Edmonton back in the driver's seat. This is Sting just unable to keep any momentum going for themselves this morning. Referees trying to figure out the time clock. Just look at the game sheet and see what time she entered the penalty box. Make the adjustment. So 3:45 remain in the Inc. Energy fourth quarter. Edmonton leading the Sting 5-4. Dottie plays it to Lila. Lila gets it to Elsa. Elsa on a good zone entry here. She's going to cut inside. Tries to flip it over the goalie's shoulder. Just had a little too much flambe on that one. Dottie gets hauled down from behind. No call. And it's centered out to in. Watch it. Waiting. Forces the regroup. Edmonton's going to be looking at just keeping possession here and killing some clock. I think they're going to bring it into the corner. Driving around low, watched by Tayan. Now Elsa, they're going to come in over top. They're going to fly one over the net into the corner. Tayan watching, waiting. It's a two-man pass by Edmonton as Elsa tries to make the stick check. Good stick check by Lila who came in. She's going to fly it up. I'm not really sure why there was a goalie ring called on that one either. It seemed like there should have been. Tayan picks it up off the hand pass from Simpson. She gets hauled down. No call. Once again, now there is going to be a call as Dottie got pulled away. A second call should come up here. I don't know if they're going to be. There should be two penalties. We'll see if they're just going to call one. Oh, they are going to call both. So once again, Edmonton opening the door for the Energy Sting, giving them every opportunity to get back into this game as they're going to go 5-on-3 with a two-man advantage. Thompson comes over to call a timeout. 2:40 remaining in the game. It's going to be 5-on-3, 3-on-2 inside the offensive zone as Brent Emo giving a few instructions here to say, this is the opportunity, ladies, we were looking for and we needed. Now we've got to convert.
So the other one doesn't use the
Once again, your pest control. The pest control guy, proud sponsor and supporter of U16ASting Ringette. The pest control guy power play two-man advantage coming up. Whether you're looking to stomp out a 5-4 lead or stomp out those mice that have taken over your basement, Your next call should be to the pest control guy. Antoine, JS, and the boys at the pest control guy are ready and available, servicing the greater Calgary area for all your pest control needs. Give them a call. They'll be happy to get you sorted out. So Thompson comes over to have a quick chat with the referees. Not really sure what their information they're looking for. It does look like they're going to start with a pulled goalie so we can go 4-on-2 inside the zone. I like the decision here by the Sting coaches. I think it's the right one to go. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Feel the tension in the air here at Genesis Place. On both sides, the Sting parents, a little pensive, a little bit nervous, and the Edmonton parents pissed right off at the decision-making of their players, opening the door for the Sting. You know, the only change I might make is I would probably have Elsa Greer and Thompson up front, with Proversev and Cameron Poffenroth ready at the weight to take the backside of this power play. You see Thompson's got her answer, let Nemo know. So the net is empty for the Sting. They're going to go 4-on-2 inside the offensive zone with MOD and Piper on the back end, Jensen, Thompson, and Proversev up front. Proversev has been having one hell of a game, and she's been all over it. She's got that dog in her this morning. The referee's back into position. We're going to get this one started off. Jensen's going to fake it inside, goes low to Thompson. Thompson back to Jensen. Jensen across to MOD. MOD back to Thompson. Oh, that one didn't miss by much. They're going to pounce on the ring, and once again, nobody even had possession there. It was like so fast. It's ridiculous. They're going to bring this one back up. It's a bit of a missed opportunity there. They're going to say they touched it on both sides of the line as Veronica Simpson came back in to the net. Penalty clock's not running once again. So 5-on-3 for the Sting. Edmonton is going to thread this one through the middle. They were able to pick it up. I don't like that we weren't able to jump that back in and get possession. They're going to rag this one off. Oh my God, that is a horrible, horrible call. The Edmonton girl just throwing herself, looked like a 2-year-old jumping into the pool for the first time in the backyard. And the referees bid on that hook, line, and sinker. So we're going to lose the 2-man advantage. We're going to go 4-on-3. Five to 4, 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. I cannot believe that call was made. Edmonton's going to play it into the corner. They're going to come inside, watched by Sturvey. Now Thompson takes over. She's a good stick check on her slip for the moment. Taylor took that one down, center ring, nobody there. Thompson with the stick check. Now Taylor does pick it back up. She's going to find Thompson. Thompson looking to cut across, gives it to Proversev. Proversev comes in 1-on-2. She's going to circle back, leaves it, tries to get it to Thompson. It was knocked away for the moment. Taylor's able to steal that one back away. She comes in, is looking, waiting. She gets hauled down. No call on it. Veronica Simpson had left the net for the moment. Now Edmonton coming back up. We got 1:30 left to play, and the Sting just can't seem to get possession here. Sturby plays it ahead to Perversev. Perversev looking, trying to find it. Edmonton's able to steal it away, and it's really just a possession burn clock situation here for Edmonton. He cuts back inside, popping off with the stick check, couldn't get it off. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They're able to unearth it. Elsa able to get it. She gets hauled down. That might be a bit of a sell job there for her as well, as we're going to go back to, I don't even know how they run this.
No, you already used this timeout. No!
So another timeout coming up for the Sting. Well, Edmonton's trying to say they've already used their timeout. We'll see if they're going to get away with it or what's going on, what Edmonton's talking about. Not sure if we're going to get a delay of game call against us here for using a timeout that we didn't have. Although the referees just shouldn't have granted it if they didn't have one. So it's still going to be 4-on-3. If we're able to knot this one up, it's going to be probably 5-on-3 going into the overtime period. We've got exactly 1 minute to go in the game. Net is empty for the Sting. Elsa threaded it across. Thompson with the quick shot, but it was corralled in by the Edmonton goalie. They're going to fire this one down the lane. Veronica Simpson steps off, body check, no call. Elsa does get it back. She's going to give it to Thompson in the middle. Thompson comes through, takes the shot, sliding saved by the Edmonton goalie. Thompson overskated the air and ring, gets it back, comes in over top. She gets heavily contested and pressed. Gets knocked off her stick. Alan Ash was there. We got 30 seconds to go as Poffenroth comes back to chase this one down. She's pressed hard as well, able to get it. Finds Elsa. Elsa's got Thompson. She drops it back to Thompson. Thompson, 18 seconds to go. She's going to cut inside, takes a shot. It's knocked away by the Edmonton goalie. It's picked up with 10 seconds to go by Elsa. Elsa shoots that one, just narrowly knocked away. We got 8 seconds to go as Thompson trying to find the ring. Can't quite get it. Elsa gets it. She tries to thread the needle from the side. We got 2 seconds. Fish shot. Nobody can find it. Thompson gets nailed. And that is going to do it. As the Sting drop the semifinal game 5-4 in a tough, heartbreaking loss. They are going to be coming back for the bronze medal game at 1:30 here this afternoon. You know, that one is going to weigh heavily on a lot of the players. Not their best showing, but they gutted it out right to the end. A lot of really good big play by the Edmonton goalie. And some suspect calls by the referees is probably what we can say was the difference in this one. They just didn't have it. They're going to have to look to regroup so they can still medal this afternoon. And we'll stick with it for the handshakes here. Once again, that's going to do it for your Energy game of the morning. There, the semifinal as the Sting drop a heartbreaking loss to Edmonton. But as we said, the day is not over. They've still got to regroup and come back and win the bronze medal game. I'm not sure who it's going to be against, as Lacombe and I don't remember who the hell Lacombe was playing. Not that it matters. We'll find out our opponent shortly here. That's it. That's all from Genesis Place this morning. I have been your host, old Uncle Cody. This has been an Elite AF production, and we will see you right back here for the bronze medal game in a couple of hours.